A firestorm ignites in the Middle East. Iran's top military voice drops a geopolitical bombshell. Warning that any U.S. strike on Tehran wouldn't just be America's fight. It would drag Israel straight into the crosshairs. In an explosive broadcast interview with Al Mayadeen, Iranian Admiral Ali Shamkhani, senior advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, blasted a chilling message to Washington and Jerusalem. The United States and Israel are not two separate forces. They are one military entity. He vowed that if Washington dares launch an attack on Iran's soil, Tehran's retaliation would not stop at U.S. targets. Israel would be hit as well. Shamkhani didn't stop there. With nuclear tensions already at a historic peak, he barked that Iran will not surrender its stockpiles of enriched uranium, yet hinted at a concession. Tehran might dial enrichment down from 60% to 20%, but only on Iran's terms.
Iran's highest-ranking military officer has issued a stark warning to the U.S., saying any miscalculation by the country's enemies will trigger a forceful response. Chief of Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces, Major General Abdulrahim Musavi, said Iran is fully prepared for confrontation and retaliation. Speaking on Monday, Musavi said Iran's servicemen fear no enemy and are ready to deliver what he called a decisive retaliatory slap. He claimed Iran has repeatedly defeated the United States, despite what he described as Washington's arrogance and aggression. Musavi pointed to recent unrest inside Iran, describing it as a complex, foreign-backed attempt to destabilize the country. He said U.S. and Israeli-supported networks tried to divert economic protests, but were countered by Iran's intelligence and security forces. Reflecting on nearly 5 decades since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Musavi warned Iran is not a nation that can be swallowed. He said reckless adversaries who refuse to learn will ultimately find themselves suffocated by Iran's power. Rejecting claims of a weak Iran, Musavi said critics are now being forced to retreat or face consequences. Referring to past conflicts, he said Iranians endured 8 years of war from 1980, and during the 12-day war last June, Iran thwarted what he called a 20-year U.S. and Israeli plan. Musavi warned that any future conflict would place American forces and allies across the region at risk. He said resistance forces would act to remove foreign presence if war were imposed on the Islamic Republic. Addressing threats of a naval blockade, he dismissed them as unrealistic, given Iran's geography and strength. Musavi revealed Iran has revised its defense doctrine, shifting to an offensive posture. He said future actions would be swift, sustained, and unpredictable, based on asymmetrical and crushing military strategies. Separately, Musavi praised Iran's intelligence services for disrupting espionage and terrorist networks. He said hostile plots had been exposed, leaving Iran's enemies defeated and humiliated.
Behind the scenes, diplomatic rumor mills are spinning. Tehran and Washington could be on the verge of resuming talks. Top Iranian diplomat Abbas Araghchi and U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff are reportedly warming up for negotiations in the coming days, aimed at diffusing one of the world's most explosive crises.
Regarding the structure of the negotiations, we are examining different aspects of the issue at this stage. The countries of the region are concerned about the current situation and are sincerely trying to play a positive role, unlike the European countries which are contributing to the escalation of tensions. At this stage, various points have been discussed, and we are reviewing and finalizing the details of each step of the diplomatic process, which we hope to conclude in the coming days. This concerns the method and the working environment.
Just weeks ago, U.S. President Donald Trump thundered that a massive armada of warships is making its way toward Iran, calling on Tehran to sign a fair and equitable nuclear deal or face consequences far worse than anything seen before, a threat Tehran has called reckless intimidation. As global powers hold their breath, the standoff has reached a fever pitch, the world watching, waiting, and wondering whether this moment will spark the next great war or the next fragile peace.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tehran.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.